Hi everyone, happy to see you all in this virtual medium. So today I am going to take the session on PCB designing. So this workshop on PCB designing is completely the eye-opening session for all the electronics related department students. In this workshop, so we are going to discuss about various job role and specific job role for PCB designers. So what are all the opportunities for PCB designers, and what are all the materials, what are all the things we are used to design the PCBs, and various softwares used for PCB. In this session today we are discuss about all those things. So I am Dr.V.THIYAGU M.E PhD. Today I am going to take the workshop on PCB designing. So on behalf of Indian Infotech, I am handling this session. So before enter into the session, please check the internet connection, and is my voice is clear? Please comment clear in the chat box. So if you are watching via YouTube, please comment clear. If someone is watching via Google Meet, so please let me type clear in the chat box. Okay, thank you all. So today session is completely about PCB designing. So PCB designing is nothing but a printed circuit board. So in this printed circuit board, we are designing the various layers of PCBs and various types of PCBs, various colors of PCBs we are printed. So in today's session, we are designing the how to make the board and how to design a PCB. In today's session, we are discuss about those things. So before this session, let me clear one thing. So what are all the services we are providing in Indian Infotech? Our Indian Infotech is nothing but a research and training center, so which is running successfully for past 13 years. So now we are offering the various services like mini projects, final year projects, internship, workshop, guest lectures, research and journal publication. If anyone is watching, final year students, please start your workshops here. So please start your final year projects today. Please, anyone is interested to join the internship, kindly join today. So we are giving a various opportunities for the students to explore in the various field and various domains. So these are all our services we are providing. And what are all the researches we are undergone? So we are undergone by using the various products researches. So one is mist sprayer. So mist sprayer is one of our research product. So this will cool the environmental while summer period. So if you install this mist sprayer, so the environmental will be reduces the temperature. So this is because of mist sprayer installation. So then our one of the product is egg incubator. This egg incubator is nothing but to hatch the eggs. So to hatch the chicks, if anyone is interested to buy, so you can buy from our side. So we are initial 30x to 1000 1 lakh x we are manufactured the incubator. So then the insect trap. So insect trap is nothing but if you have a farmland, so during the evening period 6 to 8 p.m. that time the unwanted insects will be enter and make the crop something happen. That means it spread the disease during that time. So to avoid this, we are installing the insect trap to trap all the insects and collected in the tray. So it was reduces the most of the unwanted diseases from plant. So by installing this insect trap, it was helpful to all the farmers. It was farmer friendly. And the laser engraving machine we having. So by using this laser engraving machine, we can manufacture the keychains, so artboards, everything. And not only this, so and also we are manufacturing the various PCB boards. So PCB boards is also we are done in our own manufacturing. Okay. So these are all the products we are having, and also we are offering the internship. If anyone is willing to join our internship, kindly join. So take the screenshot of this internship. So if anyone is watching third year, final year, second year, or else first year students, anyone is interested to join the internship in our research and training center, kindly join. So use this QR code, scan the QR code mentioned on this poster, so to register for the internship, or otherwise after finishing take the mobile number mentioned in the poster. So after finishing this session, so please call and get the advice from the guide and choose the mentor in our side to do a internship in our research and training center. Okay, shall I move to the next one? Yeah, take the screenshot of this. Thank you once again. Right, so these are all the courses we are providing. So we are offering artificial intelligence, machine learning, C++, Java, Python, computer, hardware, networking, UI, UX, Corel Draw, Figma, digital marketing also we are providing, and also we are offering the courses related to electronics field, basic of electronics, PCB designing, and then internship offer I already mentioned. So IoT training, embedded training, motherboard fabrication, laptop servicing, laser engraving, and then MATLAB. So these are all the courses we are providing in our research and training center. Hope anyone is interested to join, kindly join in our research and training center. So shall I start the session? So before enter into the session, so somewhat is happened in your brain, right? Sir, this PCB designing is outdated, sir. This is a old domain, sir. So what are all the opportunities available in this PCB designing, sir? I think these are all the question will be appear on your brain. Definitely. If yes, kindly put yes on the chat box. Yeah, if this question will be appears on your lot of questions will be appear. So I will focus on these three questions. So why PCB designing, any opportunities for PCB designing, and this is a old domain, why can you take the session this time? So these are all the main question appears on your head, right? So if anyone is in the same mood, so please kindly uh, put yes on the chat box and comment box in YouTube and Google Meet. Yeah, right. So let us clear one thing. So what are all the opportunities available in a PCB designing? What is the specific role for PCB designing? If you learn PCB designing, definitely you will be selected for a PCB designer, PCB layout engineer, PCB manufacturing engineer, and then PCB assembled engineer, and quality control inspector, PCB test engineer, product manager, and R&D engineer. These are all the roles for PCB designers. So if you are learn PCB, if any one role you can appear and selected on the and place on the various manufacturing company, right? So these are all the opportunities available for PCB designers. So please don't get worried about this. So definitely you will get job placement on this following roles. Any one of the role you can appear, right? So these are all the specific role for PCB designing. Why we go for a PCB designing? So why PCB designing? First I should clear. So PCB designing is nothing but I already mentioned it is a printed circuit board, right? So I will show something different. So this is the first evaluation board. Okay, now I will show. Yeah, this one is a first evaluation board. Everyone is know about this breadboard. So breadboard is nothing but it is a first board. So we used pre-assembled up circuit. If anyone is interested to assemble the circuit, first they use this breadboard to connect whether the circuit is working or not. After checking that, then only they make a boards. So that after this breadboard, so the evaluation is moved into this dot PCB. So this dot PCB will be used for circuit connection. So initial stage of circuit connection. So after this, after using this board, so there is a top side, there is no layer will be there. In the bottom side, there is a copper layer. Once you place the components and you can solder on the back side. So this is a single layer dot PCB. So after this, we can make this circuit, right? So now it is cleared, right? So this will be your second stage. So once you started from here, so then it will move into this one, right? So after this, we can use this one, right? So after this we can place all the components and make this comp make place of all the components and solder on the back side. So we cannot be solder on the top side. So this is the pre-stage of all the circuits, right? So after the evaluation of this, we can move into the PCB design, right? So once you start designing in the PCB, so you should make the circuits so compact and easy, right? So these things I already mentioned. So after making this PCB, you can simply make the board like this, right? So this board will be the final board. So because it is so compact, right? Right. So why PCB? Now you are clear, right? Why PCB? This is essential for modern electronics because we need everyone in a handy manner. So that's why we go for a PCB designing. Then it is an efficiency and space optimization. I already mentioned that it is a handy. So if anything we want in a handy, for example, before we are using a telephone, after we enter into a mobile phone communication, then we get into a smartphone communication. Now the mobile phone size is too small. It can also used in a smartwatches, right? So how it happens? Because of this PCB designing. So because of this PCB designing, we minimize all the components circuits into a small size and make the electronic devices so compact because of this PCB designing. It is also reliable and consistency, and we also reduces the cost. How we reduces the cost? If we want to manufacture in the bulk and large quantity with the same circuit, if you are manufactured in a dot PCB, it is not possible. Okay, if we go for an bulk quantity, we just go with the PCB designing to get a small board. Once the first board will be completed, after all the boards will be, we can easily cloned and used for the specific purpose, right? So in nowadays all the embedded products is designed by using this PCB designing. So initial stage of all the circuit is designed in this PCB, printed circuit board. Then the design will be too flexible. So this is why we choose PCB designing. Okay, right? So then, so what are all the materials we used for PCB designing? So the materials we are used for the PCB designing is, one is copper clad sheet. So copper clad sheet is nothing but, so I can show this copper clad sheet. So this one is a copper clad sheet. I can show here. Yes, right. So this one is a copper clad sheet. So this sheet is having a copper layer on the top and the bottom layer having a plastic, right? So or else we can choose this one is top layer is on a plastic and the bottom layer is on a circuit. So the same circuit, the same copper clad sheet will be evaluated here. After completion of PCB designing, see the bottom layer having a, all the bottom layer having a circuits, right? So in the top layer we are just using a printing, right? So this is a top side. So now I show this is top side and this one is a bottom side, right? Now everything is clear, right? So this is a copper clad sheet and we use ferrichloride anhydrous. Ferrichloride anhydrous is nothing but it is used for making the PCB designing. So after trace on the copper clad sheet, we are used to etching the unwanted layers in the copper clad sheet. So this is ferrichloride anhydrous. So this ferrichloride anhydrous is used to make a PCB designing. So this is done a chemical etching process. It is around it is around 500 grams, I think. Yeah, it is around 500 grams. The cost is coming around 2 to 2000 around, I think. Yeah, 100 kg, I think 2000. So half kg will be 1000 around. So and then third one is hydrogen peroxide. If you don't have any ferrichloride anhydrous, chemical, you can go with the hydrogen peroxide. This is available in a local medical shop itself. It is used for if anyone is on wound, it was used to clean on that wound. So this hydrogen peroxide is easily available on any of the medical shop, but this ferrichloride anhydrous is only available on the chemical shop. So that's why go with the hydrogen peroxide, right? So these are all the materials used for PCB designing. So now everyone is clear, right? So what are all the layers available in a PCB designing? So there is a three types of layer. One is single side layer, another one is a double side layer, and third one is a multi-layer PCBs. So if the PCB is having a single side, that means I already show this one is a single side PCB. This single side PCB is nothing but on the top side only plastic, on the bottom side having a copper clad sheet. If it is a double side PCB, the bottom side is having a copper clad sheet, top side is also having a copper clad on both the side, right? So if it is a multi-layer PCB, multi-layer PCB is nothing but both the top and bottom layer having a copper clad. At the same thing, there is a lot of layer will be available. That means lot of layer track will be traced on the PCB layers. So this is what we are using in the PCB designing, right? So what are all the methods used for manual method? Just within 5 minutes, I will complete this session and get into a hands-on. Okay. So right. So what is the method of PCB designing we are using? We are using a manual method and heating method, screen printing method, and then laser engraving, and then laser engraving and cutting method. So manual method is nothing but it is a heat processing method. So this heat processing method is used to stop all this PCBs to make PCB designing easily. For example, if you are in okay, if we are using a manual method, so manual method is nothing but you can use a what is this marker to draw on the copper clad sheet. You can directly dip into a ferrichloride anhydrous and getting the output. If we go for a heating method, there is a two method available. One is PCB heater we can use. Otherwise, we can take a user friendly iron box to take a copper clad sheet and photo paper and place it on this like a ironing method. So we can just place a pick and peel paper on the copper clad sheet and we can directly apply the heat on a PCB board. So we can dip it into the ferrichloride anhydrous or else in hydrogen peroxide, we can get the copper clad board, right? So we can get the PCB board. So what is happening in the screen printing method? If we go for a multiple boards, manual method and heat processing method is a simple method to make a one or two PCB boards, right? So if you go for a bulk quantity, we can go for a screen printing method and laser engraving method. Screen printing method is nothing but so we can directly go and to the screen to print all the matters. That means all the PCB designing matters on the screen. Then we can place the screen on top side of the copper clad sheet. Then we have to wipe it and dip into the ferrichloride anhydrous. Then the PCB designing is ready. So this is a quite simplest technique to build a multiple PCB designing. Then the laser engraving is nothing but it is a latest technology. Now we have a laser engraving machine in our own research and training center to build a various PCB designing. So if you want to do a PCB designing, you can join directly in our training institute. So how you can directly explore how the laser engraver is working and how it designed and engraved on the copper clad sheet. So in our PCB designing workshop, so we are giving a various trainings related to this PCB. So how to print, how to manufacture, how to give the various layers to the PCBs. So these are all the techniques we are teaching in this laser engraving. So we are providing a direct training in front of the machine. So there is a laser diode. It was engraved on the copper clad sheet. We can directly, we doesn't want to dip on any of the ferrichloride anhydrous and hydrogen peroxide because it was reduces all the cost. It was directly layered all this in the copper clad sheet. So we doesn't need any chemicals to etching purpose in the PCB designing, right? So now everyone is clear how the PCB designing is done. So now get into the hands-on training. So in this hands-on training, I am going to take how to design a PCB. Okay, how to design a PCB in a computer. So if anyone is having a laptops, get ready with your laptop. If you are ready for the hands-on training, please type ready on the comment box in both the YouTube comment box and then Google Meet chat box, right? Please type ready if you are ready for the hands-on training. Have you all ready? Yes. Shall I start? Yeah. If you are ready, please type ready. Get ready with your laptop with a proper internet connection. Okay. Shall I start? Right. So please follow the steps. I am using a DipTrace software. This software is a professional PCB designing tool. So this tool we are using to design the various PCB layers like this 3D simulation and 3D model. Okay. So how to change, how to make this board, so how to convert this dot PCB, that means dot PCB into to this board and converted this board into a PCB board, and how this board will be converted into a 3D modeling. So after this only we can check whether the spaces of the resistor and the ICs will be available or not in the hardware. But by using this DipTrace software, we can directly check whether the space for each and every components will be available or not. Okay, shall we go for the hands-on training? If you are ready, please type ready on the chat box. Right. Shall I start? Yes. So please go to a Google Chrome, type DipTrace, type DipTrace. So there is a, in the first command, yeah, DipTrace will be available. Please select this one. Once it will open, you can download the free version here. Okay. So by clicking this, you can download the free version. If you are downloaded the older version, you can download it. Okay. So you can choose, you can download two things. One is 3D model, another one is a simulation model. Both these things, both the library model and 3D model is available here. You can download both those things because it was so user friendly, right? So I already downloaded those two and put it on my desktop, right? I already installed this. So now I was opened this DipTrace software, type DipTrace. So if you installed, so you just type DipTrace, and before that I will click this. So there is a three option will be there: schematic capture, PCB layout, component editor, and then pattern editor. We don't go for a component editor and pattern editor. Just I will clear what is schematic capture and then what is PCB layout. So schematic capture is nothing but we can use the symbols. For example, if we, right now it is open. So have you all visible? I think this white background is not visible. I will choose, I will change into a black, then only it was visible to you. So I change the background into black, right? So once I change the background into black, uh, hope this was visible to everyone, right? Right. So there is a two types of components available. One is discrete and SMD components. What is discrete components? What is SMD component? Discrete component is nothing but the component will be in a bigger size, and then SMD components means surface mount device. the components which is minimized and reduces the size according to the VLSI technology. So now I give the difference. So this is a polarity capacitor. So this is a schematic. This is a capacitor symbol, right? So once you choose a schematic mode, we can directly select only the symbols of this capacitor. This is a LED symbol, and this one is a inductor symbol, and this one is the resistor symbol. If you want to design on the PCB, you definitely know this symbols. So this one is a PCB, this one is a capacitor symbol, and this one is a diode symbol, and this one is a LED symbol, and this one is inductor, and final this one is an resistor, right? So these are all the symbols which is available in the schematic. We directly doesn't create any of the PCB designing by this schematic module. Okay, if you want to know and design about the PCB designing, you definitely know about the schematic structure, because the client will give only your only the schematic structures, that means schematic circuit diagram to you. Then we can analyze the what are all the components present on the circuits. Then we have to check whether the components and patterns will be available on our PCB layouts, right? Now everyone is clear what is schematic, right? Schematic means the circuits which is having only the symbols. We cannot be draw the PCB on this circuit, on this schematic capture, right? So this is a schematic representation of all the components: capacitor, diode, and then LED, resistor, and then inductor, right? So these are all the schematic capture. We cannot be used to you cannot be used for a PCB designing. This one is used for circuit design only, right? Have you all cleared? The schematic capture is only used for what purpose? Put what purpose on the comment box. Please type what purpose we are using the schematic capture. Yes, thank you, thank you. Schematic capture is used for only a circuit design, not for a PCB designing. If you know and get the knowledge about this symbols, then only you have design on the PCB designing, right? So now clear schematic capture, right? So according to this, now I close this. Now I open the PCB layout. So once the PCB layout is open, so I just clear how to draw this, then only you know everything, right? So I think everyone is visible. So there is a lot of dot PCBs here, right? So in this side we are having a discrete and then discrete SMD components. So we are just go for a discrete component. So discrete component is nothing but here this component is discrete, right? So and this one is a discrete component, right? So now we designed, now we take this board, right? So this board for a schematic design. So here we are having a diode, and here there is a capacitor and voltage regulator, so LED and then resistor. Now we have to design this circuit for a PCB design. Now we will take this circuit for a PCB designing. Ready? So one is diode, another one, this is bridge rectifier connection. The diode will be connected in the bridge rectifier connection. So then this one is a capacitor, and this one is a voltage regulator, this is a LED, and then resistor. Okay, so have you all ready? So this board is nothing but a this board is an power supply board. So power supply board, once we give the input power supply, then the output will be regulated in this voltage regulator and give the output of 5 volt, right? So this one is a voltage, sorry, power supply board. This one is a voltage regulator, and this one is a voltage regulator. If you want a 7805, sorry, if you want a 7805, you can get the output as 5 volt. If you use a 7812, the output will be 12 volt, right? So here I am using a 7805 voltage regulator because I want to step down the voltage and getting the output of 5 volt, right? So in this board we have to design on the PCB designing, right? So here in this I am going to design this power supply board here, right? Have you all ready? Yes, if you are ready, please type ready on the comment box and the chat box in Google Meet and YouTube Live, right? Have you all ready? Please type ready, right? So I start here. So first I need a capacitor, right? So first I need a capacitor and then voltage regulator. Okay, so what are all the components we need is, first one is we need diode and then capacitor and then voltage regulator, LED and then resistor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 components we need to design for a PCB designing. Okay, right. So first of all I am selecting discrete and selected the capacitor, right? So here we using a polarity capacitor, so I am choose pole cap. So once I place the polarity capacitor, right, now the capacitor is ready. And then diode, we need a diode. I place 4 diodes, right? I place 4 diodes. And then we need a LED, right? So here is the LED. I selected the LED, right? And then we need a resistor. I selected the resistor. Okay, right. Now we need a voltage regulator. I am selecting this discrete components and I select where is a search here. Okay, so if I am search here, so there is a 7805, it is not available. If any of the component is not available, what we have to do in this DipTrace software, right? You simply go to selected this filter of connection. There is a search area will be here, right? Have you all clear? Right. So if you going to search any of the particular component which is not available in any of the field, you just click the filter of arrow mark here and then select in the search area all libraries, right? After clicking this all libraries, simply type the name. Okay, search for the component. We are select for the component, right? So simply type the name. What components we need? 7805, right? So once I type the 7805, I select apply filter, right? So once I apply filter, so sorry, it takes time. It was not responding, right? Now the pattern is filtered. I think you have seen here it was shows, so, right, 7805 is now available. I select the pattern, just click and track here and drop here, that pick and place. So it was user friendly, this software is user friendly. Then we can cancel the filters. So now once I cancel this filter, so remain back to the same area, that is in discrete, right? So here we already selected. Check once again. So we need diode, capacitor, voltage regulator, LED and then resistor. Now I go to this pattern. So yes, right, now ready with this diode, capacitor, voltage regulator here and then LED here, right? Shall I proceed? Yeah. So we can move the resistor, we can move all the components to minimize the area, right? So in that voltage regulator, sorry, in that PCB layout, so it was quite bigger, right? By using this PCB designing, we can manufacture the board into a simple one, right? So now the component layer is ready. This is in the top side. So what it happens in the bottom side? So once we place a component, what it happens in the bottom side? So we can go here, there is a top ASCII, right? We can selected the bottom ASCII. So once I selected the here, so here there is a top and then bottom layer. Once I place all the components here, so just click the bottom, only the pattern will be here. Okay, so by using this we can draw the layer, right? So just simply select the top side. And how to connect this, I just, if you want to rotate the component, okay, so because in the output section it was in the cross, right? So in the output section, the diode will be in a triangle manner. So we can modify this into those components. Have you already? I just simply done in a rough manner, right? So if you want to rotate this, so control R is for rotating purpose. So now I change. Here is here is a cathode side, this one is an anode side, and now this one is an anode, this one is a cathode. So everyone know, everyone is belonging to the electronics department, right? So I don't want to explain once again, right? So if the component is having a lens side, so this one is an anode, that means positive side, and the having a line, this one is a negative side, right? So I just go to track this. There is a root manual, right? So once I click this root manual, I simply connect it, right? That's all. But one thing I will do here wrong, because I draw on the top side, okay, but we want to draw on the bottom side. So if I selected the bottom, the layer will be in bottom, right? It is not available, but we drop on the top side. So we can delete it. Just simply click this by using this pointer. Click this pointer and get back to this original position and click this here and select delete, right? So then if you want to connect, you just simply go to the bottom. So you just again you click the line, so you can draw here, you can draw here, right? So in this case, yeah, I will draw correctly, right? So then we want to connect it, right? So we have to connect this to this on the bottom side. After that, the connection, the output will be going to the C1, that means capacitor positive side. So I just simply give the positive side here, and then the voltage regulator, we can connect the layer to here. So it was a short process, right? So just simply click and click connection to the diode, right? So that means LED. Then it was connected to the resistor. Then after, the same resistor will be connected to the ground of this. Then I can simply finished with this, right? So cancel, and then again I was simply connect, merge, right? So once I click and merge all those things, now the board is ready, right? So how we check the output will be like this board into a circuit board. Ready? Have you all ready to see the output, right? Once I ready, please select and change to this mode. So once I running this, it was checking, it was auto routed, right? The board is now ready. Now we can check how the output will be, right? So just go here and click 3D. So now you can see the board output in a 3D mode, right? So this is how, after you placing the components, this is how your PCB board will be, right? Have you all see this? See, this board was quite larger, right? So compared to this, now your board will be quite smaller, right? So this was the magic of PCB designing. If you want to do a multiple PCBs, you can do by using this PCB designing software DipTrace, right? By using this DipTrace, we can design, right? So this is the top side. The top side will be D1, D2, D3, D4, and capacitor will be placed here. And you can see the space between both the components. So D1, D2, you can see the component space, right? So you can check the component space, whether the components is having a space, or else we want to minimize the size, right? If you want to minimize the size, we can minimize the size. There is a lot of areas will be available here, right? This is an easy software we can learn, because it is a professional software and easily we can learn, okay, right? So once we finish this, we can check whether the space between all those components is available or not, and then we can change and move into the back side. here see, you can see the component holes. So after you can using your drilling machine to drill the hole. Okay, if you are using a laser engraver machine, we cannot need any driller to drill the hole. If you are going to use a screen printing method or manual method and then heat processing method, you definitely need a driller to drill the top side bottoms to place this hole, right? So you can rotate on any side. You can rotate your board and visualize on all the areas. So whether the component is fixed, whether the component is fixed properly and having a proper space for each and every component, because if we doesn't give any proper distance between all those components, the component will be damaged due to heating. Okay, due to overheating, the components get damaged, or else any short circuit will be happen while we didn't have any space between all the components, right? So here we see there is, it is a now this board is turned, now this board is turned into this board in the simulation, right? Now this is the magic of a DipTrace, man, right? By using this DipTrace, you can easily make all the PCB design. You can use a this PCB designing software to design the various PCB circuits, and not only various circuits. This is most probably help for the final year students, third year students to do a mini projects, main project. If you are willing to do a mini projects and main project, you can use this PCB designing and DipTrace software to give a neat and proper presentation in the output, right? So if you are doing a projects in electronics field or else in EEE, so if you are related to do a project in a circuit, you can use a this PCB designing software to submit the project into a product, right? So if you want to submit your circuit into a neat and compact manner, so you can definitely need this PCB DipTrace software to design and submit in the proper manner, right? So see, if this project will be your project output, right? If you want to convert this power supply board into this, you can definitely make by using this DipTrace software. So I can give another one tip also. If you make this power supply board, right? So every components nowadays we are using this power supply board, because all the 5-volt components we definitely need this power circuit, right? So this power supply board will give the output of 5-volt, right? So make this board in a multiple manner. Okay, make the price and fix the price of this board for 15 rupees. Okay, only 15 rupees, right? So if you place the component on this board and make as a product, you fix the price for 55 rupees or else 60 rupees, right? So before, only if you want to sell as a PCB board, make this price as 15, or else if you place all the components and solder on this board and sell this power supply board for the cost of 60 rupees. If you selling per month 60 into 100 boards, right? 60 into 100 boards, your revenue will be 6,000 rupees. Okay, what was the making cost? The making cost is around 10 rupees to 15 rupees, it was finished, right? So 10 to 15 rupees, the making cost will be finished. Around definitely 4,500 rupees will be your profit. At least 4,000 will be your profit for a month. In nowadays, all the electronic components will be handy components will be working under the 5-volt, right? So we definitely need this circuit, definitely need this 5-volt circuit, right? So if you manufactured this power supply board, you can sell it on what you can sell in the local distributors with the cost of 50 rupees, or else if you want to sell this product on Amazon, Flipkart, in the various digital platform, hope this will be give a wide opportunities in a various digital platforms for selling. Okay, so why can't you wait for a PCB designing role? Make your own board and sell it on a various digital platform. So I will give the opportunities. You can directly come and learn on in our uh, institution, in our research and training center, to know how to design this board and how to place a board and how to place a component and how to get a output in a proper manner. So we are guiding you. We have a mentors. We are mentors to train you how to do a project and how to design this PCB boards, right? Okay, now I will go to here. So now we have right. So in this board, so we can write anything on this power supply board. How we have to write, right? So if you want to write something on this, you can go select this ABC and click here and type, for example, power supply board, power supply board, right? So I type here and simply select. It was vanished. Okay, why it was vanished? Because while we writing here, we can select this top AC into a top silk, right? So after selecting this top silk, then we have to click the ABC button. If you go to place a components, we can work on the top AC mode. If you want to write something on the top, we can choose top silk. Okay, so after this we can write, type power supply board, right? So now I will enter. Okay, so it doesn't vanish because of we are selecting here as a top silk. So after this we can place here and minimize the size by adjusting. So once we right click property, sorry, once we right click this font, so we can reduces the font size up to, I will select 6, right? So once I select 6, now I place the name, right? Power supply board. On the top side we have right power supply board, on the bottom side cannot be reflected. Okay, so now we will see on the 3D. So now I simulated to the 3D model how it was written on this, right? So here power supply board, right? So on the bottom side there is a no any prints on the bottom side. So simply power supply board will be available on the top side. If you want to write in the back side, okay, if you want to write something on the back side, there is a lot of space available. Here itself we can write on the back side, right? So just simply go and select here as a bottom. Then the same thing we will do for a bottom side also. If you want to write on the back side, so just click and select the bottom silk, and again we can click the ABC and place the cursor here and type Indian Info Tech. Indian Info Tech. So this board is our board. So what happened? It was vanished, right? So shall we check on the top? It was not available, right? So again we have selected the ABC. So properly selected the bottom silk. Then again we place the cursor, type Indian Info Tech, right? Then we press enter. So it was inversed because of it was in the bottom side. Once we get in the output, we can see here in top we can write directly on the top side, right? So why it changes in the bottom side? It was inversely proportion. It was right in the mirror images, like, okay. So this is happened because of it is in the bottom side, right? So if we see on the 3D print, that means if you see on the 3D model how the output will be there. So see, the power supply board will be in proper side. Once I change into the bottom side, it was properly printed, right? So now you are cleared how, sir, in that case it was available in a mirror images. How it was happened? Because the mirror images will be seen on the proper images on the output. So this what it was available on the mirror image. Okay, so this is what happened while we enter the text on the back side. So while we enter on the text in the back side, it was uh, visible on the mirror, but the output will be in a proper manner. Okay, so this is how the PCB designing will be happen. Now you are clear, right? So how to wrote a name on the PCB board. Now you all clear, right? How to design a PCB designing, right? I think this workshop will be a eye opening for how to design a PCB board, right? So now check, here is a board. This board will be this board. Okay, this is why we are choosing a PCB designing. If you want to choose a PCB designing, right? So this is what happen. So if you choose this PCB designing, so you can minimize the circuit size and reduces the space between each and every components and give the proper connection in the PCB designing, and we can avoid the unwanted wires soldered on the PCB layers. So this is why we choose PCB designing. So printed circuit board is most familiar courses which is available on China and Japan. More or the vacancies is available there. Okay, in future what happen in India? This is a major reason why the persons not uh, studied for this PCB designing. So in future EC have a bright opportunity. Sir, IT department is now in a bright future. Why you tell me about the EC department? IT department is has a up and down. Okay, but EC department is an EC and electronics oriented department will be a evergreen department. We have an opportunity throughout the year, right? So because we cannot be select the proper role in a proper industry, so that's why lag for placing a job. So to avoid this, we are giving a various opportunities to the students to study about the embedded PCB designing, IoT, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and then embedded mingled with artificial. Nowadays, it is an AI era, so we can mingle both the embedded and AI, and to give a proper syllabus. And the last session, I am taken the AI gesture recognition to control the home automation by using embedded system, right? So that session I am finally taken. So now this session will be a PCB design. This is a complete hardware section. So this session will be a completely in hardware manner, how to design a board and what are all the opportunities available in the PCB designing. I already mentioned there is a lot of roles available in the PCB designing, right? So the various roles is, if you are studying the PCB designing, there is a roles, specific roles for a PCB designers and PCB layout engineering, manufacturing engineering, PCB assembling technician, quality control inspector, test engineer, product engineer, R&D engineers. So these are all the various job role for learning a PCB designing, right? So sir, you have a doubt, sir, currently is there is an opportunity for a PCB designing? Yes, there is a lot of opportunities for a PCB designers. If you are learn PCB designing properly in a proper institution, they will definitely give a proper guidance to how to place in a particular role, how to place in a proper company. So there is a lot of companies nowadays available for electronics. So there is a lot of vacancies will be available. So if you see on the Narkuri and various digital platform, so there is a lot of opportunity for a PCB designers, PCB manufacturers, and they we can act used as a PCB designing as do a freelancing. So if you are doing a freelancing on the PCB designing. So you can get a various opportunity, and you can place, if your work is fulfilled for the client, they can take for a full time opportunity. They will give a full time opportunity. Okay, so if you are studying in the proper institution, they will give a proper placement in the PCB designing, right? So we are offering the various platform in the PCB designing. So this is one of our sample workshop on PCB designing. In this PCB designing, we can give a various outputs and proper layer in the PCB boards. If you want to do a PCB designing courses, you can directly call to us. You can directly come and visit how we are doing the PCB boards and how the PCB boards is manufactured, and how to do this board into this board in a simulation manner. You can directly learn. Okay, so this is one of the sampled session I am taken for a PCB. Any doubts, if any queries is available, please kindly let me inform in the chat box. Tamil, yeah, I can take a Tamil. Okay, so definitely I will take the session on the Tamil next time. Yeah, oh yeah, the session is in our research and training center. Tamil is also available. You can learn whatever the languages, so we can teach. Okay, we are teaching in the bilingual also. Yeah. Thank you guys. If you are willing to join our PCB designing course, you can join. So this is a sample output, how to design the PCB and how to make this. After completing this, how to generate the Gerber file. Okay, this is a major thing we can give to the industry to design a PCB, right? So just you can save the file. I will save the file. So in the power supply board, I named as power supply board. After naming, so just click the file and export as Gerber. Here is the various file name available: DipTrace ASCII and DXF file, and then Gerber file, NC drill file, and then mark file, ARCAD tab drill file, pick and place file. So we are selected this Gerber file. Once we selected the Gerber file, so they can give the proper export conditions here. So what are all the exports will be there? Traces, pads, vias, pads, via holders, empty holes, text, tables, and picture, and then dimensions. Everything will be exported by clicking this export. Okay, right. So now I will end to the session. So is there is any doubt? Yeah, mounting hole. Yeah. That one I am missing. So right, sir, everything is finished. How we can screw? By using a drill? There is no necessity to drill. Okay, we simply place the mounting hole here, here, and here, and here to for a screw, right? Shall I proceed? Right. So please select the top side, and there is an opportunity here placing mount hole. So just simply click and drop here, here, and then here, here. So I place all the mounting holes here. I can adjust this power supply board. Okay, here, right? So now we can place all the mounting. So hope everyone is understanding how to design this PCB designing. If there is any queries, kindly put on the chat. If there is any queries, guys, if there is any queries, kindly place your comments on the comment box. Kindly type your comments on the comment box in the YouTube, and then chat box. Attendance link. I will definitely send, man. I will definitely send the attendance link. Don't worry. Okay, I will definitely send the attendance link. Yeah, I will put the attendance link. It was available for the short period only. Please, the attendance link will be available on both the comment box of our YouTube live and also available in a Google Meet. Okay, it was not available in our WhatsApp group. Everything is available on a YouTube comment box and then Google Meet chat box, right? If there is any queries, if anyone is willing to join our PCB designing courses, you can directly, yeah, PCB designing course. If you want to join a PCB designing courses, you can directly join on our course. So you can, if you want to do a internship in our institution, in our research and training center, please note the number which is mentioned here. Take the screenshot of this, or else you can call the mentioned number in the posters. We will pick the call and answer your queries. Okay, shall I wind up the session? Shall I? Right. Once again, I have, these are all the courses we are providing: artificial intelligence, machine learning, C, C++, Java, Python, computer hardware networking, UI, UX, CorelDRAW, digital marketing, basic of electronics, PCB designing, internship, embedded training, motherboard fabrication, laptop servicing, laser engraving, MATLAB courses. Okay, all the computers oriented courses and then electronics oriented courses we are offering. And not only these courses, and there is a lot of additional courses we are providing up to the basic, from intermediate and then advanced level we are taking. So if anyone is interested to join in these courses, you can join. And also we have a Java full stack, Python full stack courses also. If you are willing to join, you can join. Okay, so shall I wind up the session? Right. So thank you once again. Thanks to all. Thank you all for your support. Hope this session will be eye-opening for all the ECE students, that not only ECE students, electronic background students. So this was eye-opening to everyone. So thank you all. I will place the attendance link in the chat box of Google Meet and also in YouTube comment box also. It was opening for the short period only. Okay, so hope this session will be useful to you. Please follow us on a YouTube, and we will post a upcoming events in a WhatsApp group. Thanks to everyone. See you on the next workshop webinar through this digital medium. Thank you. With the signing of Tyagu Vijayamani.